As night falls and the ship nears the Emerald, the crew fire a barrage of questions at Thomas. He holds up his hands for silence. He'll address each of them in his own time. Horatio quietly asks whether the potions Thomas sold really worked. Thomas is insulted. Of course they worked, though they may have had a few unintended side effects, and his research wasn't without incident. Horatio clasps Thomas's shoulder. He promises to keep any secrets they uncover. Thomas isn't entirely reassured. The Hammer wants to know if Thomas made any weapons here on the Emerald. He deflects by saying that there's nothing in this inventory that she would want. She gives him a cold look that says she knows how to break weapons she wouldn't use. My old crewmate Rosa used to sail with Captain Harrow round here. Rosa Devil Hand, we called her, because her right hand was all weird. Story was that she got bitten off by a giant bug on the Emerald, and then someone helped her grow it back. Thomas asks about how Rosa's hand is now. Dead, like the rest of her, I hope. As the Emerald draws near, Thomas waves aside any further questions. He has more preparations to make before revisiting his one-time home. Thomas guides the ship into a water channel he knows well, despite the years since his last visit. Even in the darkness, the scoundrels can tell he's unsettled. Emerald Post, an out-of-place grand mansion built to resemble Thomas's family home. He is concerned the torches outside are dark. Before he can explain why that's a problem, a huge flaming insect flies into the clearing. As it flies towards the mansion, Thomas cries out. There are unstable chemicals in his lab. A normal flame won't set them off, but the fireflies burn hot. He calls out for Wandsworth, his loyal and trusted manservant, but there's no reply. Thomas explains his alchemical torches keep the insects away when they're lit. Normally, Wandsworth makes sure they're always burning. If you're going to find out what's happened, the scoundrels must light the torches and stop the flaming fireflies from entering the mansion. These alchemical torches require a complex procedure to light. Fortunately, there are instructions on the shell, assuming your scoundrel understands it. Your scoundrel has prepared the base chemicals. Now they need to prime the ignition mixture. That flaming firefly coming in from the west, it's transfixed by the blaze and flying towards the mansion. If it gets in there, the mansion will explode. They've done it! The torch's distinctive smell is already having a dramatic effect. Now to light the other three. Uh-oh. Buzzing in from the east is a flaming firefly with eyes only for the mansion. If you don't stop it, the mansion will explode in a blaze. More insects emerge from the swamp to the east. Oh, another flaming firefly appears from the west, heading for the mansion. You better stop it. Another flaming firefly appears from the east, heading for the mansion. Stop it! The flaming firefly exploded safely away from the house. And yes, I realise that's an odd definition of the word safely, but the mansion is still standing. Mostly. Another flaming firefly appears from the east, heading for the mansion. Stop it! Another flaming firefly stopped from blowing up the mansion. Good work. More insects emerge from the swamp to the northeast. Oh, another flaming firefly appears from the west heading for the mansion. You better stop it. Your scoundrel needs to follow the procedure to light the torch. Your scoundrel has begun the lighting procedure. Keep going to complete it. The torch is nearly ready. Keep going. Uh-oh. The flaming firefly enters the mansion. Oh, amazingly, the mansion is still standing, but it won't withstand another blast like that. Don't let another firefly get in there. Yes, that's half the torch is lit. These insects seem to have noticed what the scoundrels are up to, and they don't seem pleased. Another flaming firefly stopped from blowing up the mansion. Good work. Another flaming firefly appears from the east, heading for the mansion. Stop it! Another flaming firefly stopped from blowing up the mansion. Good work. Oh, another flaming firefly appears from the west heading for the mansion. You better stop it. More of the insects angrily emerge away from the torches. Better get them lit quick. More insects emerge from the swamp to the west. Another flaming firefly stopped from blowing up the mansion. Good. Oh, another flaming firefly appears from the west heading for the mansion. You better stop it. Your scoundrel needs to follow the procedure to light the torch. Your scoundrel has begun the lighting procedure. Keep going to complete it. Nearly there. Just one more torch left to light. More insects emerge from the swamp to the west. Your scoundrel needs to follow the procedure to light the torch. Your scoundrel has begun the lighting procedure. Keep going to complete it. Another flaming firefly stopped from blowing up the mansion. Good work. The torch is lit! That's all of them! The swamp fills with the smell of Thomas's alchemical repellent. It's a bit unpleasant for the scoundrels, but clearly much worse for the insects. Time to put out the fire and search what's left of the mansion. Which is, thankfully, quite a lot. Thomas heads inside, beating out the flames and calling for Wandsworth. There's no answer, but eventually he emerges. Charred note includes a sketch of a familiar figure. The assassins were here. But it's drawn next to a hastily written list of supplies. Wandsworth is, or was, alive and fled the island. There's also a piece of brilliant blue coral near the note. Thomas explains that he was studying it, believing it to have some special properties. It's supposed to be in a protective case. Why would Wandsworth remove it? Wandsworth couldn't have gotten far. In fact, there's only one place Thomas can think of. You'll have a chance to catch him if you move quickly.